I'll put them over here.
Okay.
Stack them up. Take a minute to connect today. Let's see if this thing refreshes here. All right, guys. We are live.
Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Total Hall Morning Show.
Look who's back. Finally.
We'll get to that. It's May the 4th. Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you.
Is that why? See, I know nothing about Star Wars. So how did May 4th come up? Just because?
Well, because this slogan, May the
4th?
Force be with you.
Yeah.
And it was May the 4th is like right there.
Oh,
May
I
the
get
4th.
it now.
Yeah. So it's been, last decade or so, they've really been pushing the May the 4th.
I get it now. I never
You
understood
understand?
it before. Woo!
May the 4th, May the 4th.
Darn.
Isn't that funny?
I learned
It's
something
kind of
today.
like Mario Day, March 15th, MAR 15.
Okay. I get
Mario
that.
Day.
Yeah.
It's like all these people. And we're going to, anyway, today on the morning show,
I love learning new stuff at work.
we got lots of fun stuff coming up. We are going over the Beach Boys, which is why Annette and I have our Hawaiian shirts on today.
We'll call them surfing shirts.
Surfing shirts,
Yeah.
whatever. We're going to go over, talk about the Beach Boys. I am announcing a new show, a new little segment for the YouTube channel today on this show.
Wow.
We have some new vinyl arrivals, new or used arrivals.
Yeah.
I've got some Star Wars stuff. I have a new MoFi to talk about. And we have a Kind of Blue announcement that came out yesterday. Big news in the audiophile world. So we have a loaded up day show for you today.
A lot of this is news for me as well.
I know we haven't seen each other in like 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
In 2 weeks since I've seen Annette. So I am back from vacation. I feel very recharged. I feel good. I needed it. How about, you had a 3-day weekend.
Yeah, 2 of them I recuperated.
So do you feel recouped? You feel
No,
good?
I need a week off in Florida. No, it's pretty good today.
Feel good? You look like you're doing good. You look upbeat. You don't look worn down. Just saying.
Okay.
Just saying. You did a great job. You did a great job. We're back. We're back in action. I'm ready to hit the promotions hard. I'm ready for the MoFi Minute. I'm ready for the Saturday show. And before we get into Beach Boys, I'm going to talk about it now. I'll talk about it again. I'm going to do a record. My buddy, my best friend growing up, his name is Ryan, lives in Arizona now. And he was in a band, and he used to do reviews for the school newspaper. And he's got high school newspaper.
Oh, okay.
And him and some of my other friends started a gaming podcast. It's also a YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. And they've been kind of working through it. They're a handful of episodes in now. And I was like, I've been wanting to do a record review thing on this channel for some time now. And I kind of pitched the idea to him, and he's like, absolutely. So we're going to do once a week, we're going to do record reviews. And not really like Rolling Stone record reviews where you say 3 stars, 2 stars. We're not that judgmental. We're pretty much going to listen to, our goal is to look at records that get passed by every week.
Sure.
Because as Annette and I know, there's, 20 releases that come out every week on vinyl, and maybe the big publicity is on 3 of them.
Yeah.
And that leaves a dozen really good titles that are talked about this week and forgotten next week.
True.
And so we're going to kind of go back and dig through some stuff and review them and talk about them and just discuss them. So I don't know if it's somewhere about a review and a discussion and kind of just a relaxed format.
So is it like a Zoom thing? That you guys...
Yeah, we're going to be doing that. It's going to be over Zoom.
Okay.
We'll be recording it and putting it up on the channel
Nice.
here. About 10
Will you take
to 20 minutes.
suggestions for that, or do you think it's just going to be on new stuff that you two are looking at and feel that there's a need to be discussed?
We're going to start with that.
Okay.
We're going to start with some stuff that, I'm gonna break the bank. The first one is Grandson.
No way.
Yep,
I love Grandson.
because that record, my mom, we were all stoked about it. We were like, this record's gonna be killer.
Yeah.
This is gonna be awesome. We brought in the story, and everyone's like, what? And it just totally flew over the radar. So that's gonna be the first one. It won't debut till probably next week, because we're gonna record it here this next weekend. So It'll probably be like because this is a Tuesday show. It'll probably be like either a Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
It's coming out. We'll talk about that more later. But Beach Boys this week. So I just saw them. I mean, it was like the last show I saw before this. All this one.
No way.
They came to the Coronado. Well,
I forgot about that.
half of them.
Yeah, good morning to Ireland there.
Ireland,
Or
holy
actually, I think
cannoli.
my sister-in-law told me to say Irie or something like
It's
that.
kind of Irish weather here today.
It
It's
is.
over. We got ready, like we were talking about this. It was sunny. It was warm. We're like, oh, it's perfect Beach Boys music. And then today, it's straight up Ireland weather. It's
I'd
rainy.
say
It's
London
chilly.
weather.
It's London. Yeah, London. It's chilly. It's cold. It's a little over. It's all overcast. So we're gonna keep the joy going. We're gonna keep the Beach Boys thing going.
That's
We're rolling.
right.
So what do you got for us? Look at Annette. Look at she's so prepared. Look at this, guys. She works so hard for you guys. Look at all that. That's all the data.
Actually, I couldn't come up with a suggestion or idea. My husband actually came up with Beach Boys.
Shout out to Paul.
Yeah, shout out to Paul. Hey, Paul, if you're watching, I don't know if you are or not today. So, I guess our main, what we have in stock for new at this point, and we've got the Beach Boys with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra 2 LP set. It says limited edition on the back. I don't know why. It doesn't give us any indication why it's limited. And I don't know if this is totally instrumental. I know nothing about this. I just pulled it out this morning when I came in.
I wonder if it's colored.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Got that 2 LP for $41. Got
I'll put it over here.
yeah.
It's like a best of with the Philharmonic. That's kind of
Yeah.
neat. But really, it was going to be a Pet Sounds show.
It is
that
gonna
was
be a-
that was really the center of. You're like, let's do it on Pet Sounds,
Right.
and then it was like, well, we could do Beach Boys, and then we have a new hand in the store. His name's John. He's in a band. We're going to talk about that in the future too.
Yeah. I just met him this morning.
Yeah. Well, you met him when he came and interviewed. But anyway.
I was off.
Oh, well, Annette's always off.
Yeah.
So
One
he's
way
in
or
here.
another.
He's in here restocking our used vinyl shelves, and of course he already did Beach Boys. So
Yeah, it
it
was
kind of
cool.
like it all kind of happened today.
It did. So I was going to focus on Pet,
Pet
Sounds. We have a copy of it in store here. This is 50th anniversary edition.
Is it a T? ST. This is a stereo.
Stereo. Yeah, we've had the mono version.
We
and
might-
I think we're out.
Yeah. They came out this reissue. You can get it in stereo and mono.
Right.
They're $26. They're very affordable. And we were listening to this record. We were jamming this while we were getting ready this morning, or at least we
did
had
a
the store
little bit of it,
playing.
yeah.
And I mean, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Pet Sounds. What
Okay.
do you got?
11th studio album by the Beach Boys.
Okay.
Released May 16th, 1966 on Capitol Records.
Okay. 66. That's-
66.
Okay.
It's a long time ago.
It's a long time ago. It's right in the heart of the Beatles stuff. Right in the heart of that.
And there's some mention of that on here that they were listening to Rubber Soul, the Beatles were listening to the Beach Boys, and and they kind of pulled
Mixed
from
up.
each band the different things that they liked about each other. They're saying that Pet Sounds incorporates elements of pop, jazz, classical, and avant-garde.
Yeah.
So it says that it's defying any notion of genre safety in here, and it's more experimental.
Yeah.
I couldn't find anything in my notes about this, but Paul and I had watched a show. I can't remember if it was one of the collab shows or it was strictly on the Beach Boys, but Brian Wilson had actually, in his home, and I don't remember if it was mailed, where it was, taken an area of his living room, cleared it out, filled it with sand, and put his piano in there. And it actually showed that on the show. And so that's where some of this was actually, I think, created or written. It was
Wow.
really interesting. I don't think I would have been real happy if I was his wife.
Well, I mean,
I wouldn't have wanted to clean
you're a
that up.
beach boy. You can kind of do that. I have to say,
So they were established actually in 61.
and listening to this record again today, I mean, I just straight up skipped over "Wouldn't It Be Nice" because, I mean, we can all sing that in our head.
Sloopy.
Yeah.
Sloopy
Sloopy John B. I mean, that's.
Yeah.
I played that one because I mean, it's not as ingrained in my head. But I have to say that if you haven't picked up a Beach Boys album and you kind of, I think a lot of people are hesitant with Beach Boys because it has a very pop-esque, like it's not. It's like too clean. It's not grungy. It's not interesting. It's too poppy. It's too simple. This record's the exception.
And this is the one where I think they were transitioning from the surf music to almost like a pop music type.
Yeah. And it's the perfect mix.
Yeah.
Because it's experimental, just like Rubber Soul's experimental. You have your surf element, you have your pop element. It's like it's I hate to say it's like a Beatles album because it's not a Beatles album, but it's dynamic like a Beatles album. It's not a one. You're not buying a Beach Boys record and it's all just like a best of. If you have a Beach Boys best of record, it's just like pop song, pop song, pop song, pop song, pop song. You listen to this record and it has its own package,
Right.
And its own segment and time. And there's a couple hit songs, a couple pop songs on it. There's also a lot of really dynamic songs on it.
Well, they were talking about his Wilson's Wall of Sound and the different instruments that were used on this album that they had never used before. They're talking about elaborate layers of vocal harmonies, instruments never before associated with rock, such as bicycle bells, French horn, flute, electro-theremin, I think I said that right, string sections, and beverage cans.
I mean, they were.
Look at all that. You take anything out of your kitchen, a pan and a metal spoon, you know.
So it happens you mix the Beatles, the Beach Boys, and some marijuana, Thanks to good old Bob Dylan.
Oh, LSD too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dylan introduced the Beatles to marijuana, so we kind of think him a little bit.
So actually, there's a song on here called I know there's an answer, and it's supposedly a critique of LSD users.
I didn't know that.
And I just wasn't made for these times.
What's
It's
the next
first
song?
use of the, and I'm sorry if I'm
Theremin.
saying this wrong, but theremin-like instrument on a rock record. Production cost $70,000 back then, which in 2019 equivalent was about $500,000.
$500,000.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
That's $500,000 to make a record. I mean, people make a record now on their laptop for $17. But it was worth it. What else you got? You got some fun facts on there? I'll put her on display there.
Well, how about if I
You got it. Yeah, you
get
got
that out of
to
the
have your
camera,
face.
out of my view there?
That's a perfect spot.
Well,
You're good.
actually, they signed with Capitol in July of '62 and released their first album, Surf Safari. I couldn't find a copy of that in the store, but that was even released before I was born. Not much before I was born, but it was.
Whoa. All of these were before I was born, except for maybe this one.
So the Beach Boys are one of the most critically acclaimed and commercially successful bands of all time, with over 100 million records sold worldwide. Between the 60s and today, and I think this information was from 2019, I think, the group had over 80 songs that charted worldwide, 36 in the U.S. Top 40. At that time, the most by a U.S. rock band, and 4 Billboard Hot 100s. Rolling Stones ranked Pet Sounds number 2 on the list of the 500 greatest albums of all time.
Number 2.
Number 2.
What was number 1? Abbey Road?
I don't remember. I don't know.
I don't know. Who knows? But number 2, you got to have this. If you don't have this, you got to pick it up.
Yeah, and the Beach Boys ranked number 12 on Rolling Stone's list of 100 greatest artists of all times. So you've got 2 for Pet Sounds as being the album, and them being 12 out of the top 100 bands. Artists.
Okay.
That's what they're saying. And they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1988. You were born at that time.
7. I was 1.
Well, you were alive
Yeah,
in
that's my.
1988.
Yeah, I was there for that.
And they are the recipients of the Recording Academy's Lifetime Achievement Grammy Award. Let's see.
So I have some people in the comments talking about they're like they need to pick one up. There's a lot of pressings. Yes, there are a ton of pressings of Beach Boys Pet Sounds out there.
Oh, absolutely.
There are a ton. I think the one, I mean, not everyone's looking for an audiophile press.
Right.
I believe Analog Productions did a Pet Sounds.
Somebody did.
I don't think it's MoFi. I think AP did it. Because Analog Productions has, we have it in stock. We have Surf and Safari. Look in the inventory. It was Surfer Girl.
Surfer Girl.
We have Surfer Girl in stock from Analog Productions. I believe they did Pet Sounds a few years back. If you can score one of those, that's not a bad way to go. But I don't know what the price is on. It's probably like ungodly expensive right now. Otherwise, for $26, you can get either the stereo or the mono.
Acoustic Sounds.
Acoustic Sounds does still have Is it, want to click, was it 180? It's must have
180 gram. Yeah.
just a standard 180 gram. So that's not a bad way to go. If you want an audiophile press for, it's an extra $36, extra $10.
This must be.
I usually have them, but today, of course, I don't.
SACD.
So yeah, that's not a bad way to go if you're looking for an audiophile version. Pick up that Analog Productions. If you're just experimenting, you don't want to drop that much coin. You can find, if you can find an original, they're, when we get them in the store, they're destroyed. They're literally played to death, so we almost never get them in used. For $26, this is the other way to go.
So it was inspired by the Beatles album Rubber Soul.
Yep.
The reason this album came to fruition is that it started with a panic attack. Because Brian Wilson didn't want to fly anymore.
Okay.
He didn't want to travel, so the band, so on a flight to Houston, he had a panic attack.
Okay.
Therefore, he started with this and another, I can't remember who started touring with them at that time. So that's what brought upon this. And so while the band toured in 65, Brian Wilson stayed home and worked on Pet Sounds. He arranged, composed, and produced the album and conducted an army of LA's best studio musicians,
Wrecking Crew,
the Wrecking Crew, to perform on it.
So this is all Wrecking Crew? Is it Wilson and the Wrecking Crew?
That's what I'm thinking.
And then everybody else, Mike Love and all those guys are all the touring band.
Right.
And
Supposedly
Wilson.
for Wouldn't It Be Nice, song Wouldn't It Be Nice, it took an entire week to record the vocals. The barking at the end of Caroline No is real. From Brian's two dogs, Banana and Louie. Yeah.
Lou Dog, another Lou Dog.
Lou Dog. They use some unique methodologies to get the right sound, which we talked about, the different instruments, and then the plinking sound at the beginning of You Still Believe in Me is someone actually reaching inside the open piano and plucking its strings. And the effect is used on other songs, but in this song it's an isolated case. Yeah. And they employed a number of bizarre albums in here. Or, I'm sorry, instruments. Yeah, finger
Besides
cymbals,
orchestral.
Coke cans, accordion, bicycle horns, water jugs. Like I said, go in your kitchen and pick out whatever you want. I
Yeah.
guess. Capitol Records was not impressed with the final result. So Capitol Records decided to make a best of album at the same time, thinking this one was going to flop.
Standard studio move.
Yeah. And the Beatles inspired Pet Sounds, then Pet Sounds inspired the Beatles.
Yep.
And without Pet Sounds, there'd probably be no Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Yep. And that's what I see Mark said, just chimed in on that.
Yep. So
you stick this between Rubber Soul Rubber Soul and Sgt. Pepper's. You just wedge it right in there.
Right.
List all three right in a row. That'd be a cool little thing to do. I'll do that at home. Maybe that's a home listening session. Those three records in a row.
So yeah, that's just a little
rundown.
So
on I think we got some used Beach Boys records too. So obviously it was Pet Sounds Day, and we kind of dug this out of the new vinyl too. But we're gonna show off some other used stuff.
Just in case anybody wants any, we surprisingly did have quite a few. That we have Beach Boys Spirit of America.
I should also mention that all the used we're going to go through are not on our website, so you'll have to contact us, call the store or whatever. This one and the Pet Sounds are already on our website at toadhallonline.com.
I believe this 2LP, $9. We do have Surfer Girl, and
This is cool.
this is a Pickwick. I'm not even seeing. I don't remember what year this is, but it's on Pickwick. It's
Probably cheap.
Also $9.
$9.
The Beach Boys Dance, 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 formerly entitled The Beach Boys Today.
This is where it gets confusing with these guys because they have like the reissues and then they get new covers and they get new images and all that good stuff.
Hope you all aren't hearing my tummy growl. American Summer, 2LP set on this one. Looks like Saria shoe. We have $10 on this one. The Best of the Beach Boys, Volume 1. You got like $7 on this
So
one.
is this the one that came out at the same time?
I don't know if it was Volume 1. It doesn't specify if it was Volume 1 or not. The Best of the Beach Boys landed at number 8. So
Because
it might be.
Pet Sounds is on the back though.
But they were kind of put out at the, well, I don't know.
What's up? Wouldn't It Be Nice is not on this. So this is probably
Wouldn't
it.
It Be Nice is on here.
Well, as I'm saying, Wouldn't It Be Nice should be on the greatest hits. But they talk about look at this art shows. Here's all the other Beach Boys records. And Pet Sounds is right here on the side. But the songs from Pet Sounds aren't on this record, which makes me believe
that it was before.
this is probably it. Well, this is a Starline reissue. This is a way later reissue, but it's probably the same record.
Let's see, Beach Boys concert. This is the Beach Boys' first live album. Before thousands of shouting and screaming Beach Boys fans. Wonder what that's going to sound like.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to see if Brian Wilson's in here. Because obviously the current Beach Boys band is Mike Love and his buddy, and Brian Wilson is not in the band. Brian Wilson was touring solo before. This is all before the pandemic, so those two have a little feud.
Surfing USA, the #1 surfing group in the country. Got that. I'm not sure how old this is.
It looks pretty old.
$5 as is, so there might be some.
Yeah, it's probably, this looks like an original, but it looks like it's been around the world.
Here's the Beach Boys
$5.
Volume 2.
Go play. It's not in bad shape.
Beach Boys Volume 2. Oh, here's what the best of the Beach Boys would look like.
Oh, you're right.
And the center one,
different.
and it doesn't say Volume 1.
I bet it's the same record, different cover.
Probably.
It's the same record. What we're talking about, the one on the back, the original.
We have a lot of Beach Boys.
Jeez, we're gonna have to keep burning. We're gonna keep burning and churning here.
Little Juice Coupe.
Ooh.
There's a good one. Like $12 on this one.
I love the art on these. These are so cool. Candlelight Music presents Beach Boys 2 LP, and look at the back. Has all the other 2 LP sets that are available. You can buy Sam Cooke, Nashville Graffiti, Kingston Trio, legendary movie titles, Chet Atkins, Roy Orbison, Drifters. I love it.
I've never even
2 LP
seen
set, $8.
What is it, Candlelight Music?
Yeah. Another cheap reissue. I got those guys at Capitol. They weren't gonna waste any dollars, were they?
We've got the Beach Boys all summer long. So we have Dennis Wilson, Brian Wilson, Carl Wilson, Mike Love, and Al Jardine on this one.
What we got for price on her?
$7.
Jeez, they're cheap.
The Beach Boys Party. I mean, we've got it,
Just goes
a
on
lot
and
of
on.
the Beach Boys.
This one an import? This one's an import.
Almost felt like it, didn't it?
Oh yeah, it's definitely an import. Great Britain. Oh yeah, it's got the classic flatback. The
Yep.
the Great Britain Beach Boys Party UK import, $14.
What else? You want to go on to something else? Or
Yeah,
more of these.
It's
Good vibrations. So if you want your Beach Boys,
yeah.
give us a call.
Yeah, give us a call. She got another
I've got a
handful.
whole other stack here. So
This
yeah.
one.
Did we do Endless Summer?
No, we didn't do Endless Summer. We
Endless
didn't do
Summer.
Surf's Up either.
So we've got an Endless Summer here, double LP.
Got 14 on Surf's Up.
12 on this, and still has the poster.
Yeah. They're not expensive either. That's kind of the nice thing.
The poster with it, so.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Let's move on. What do we got?
Back down here.
So we talked about the new show, Beach Boys. So, side topic. Annette was surfing the internet yesterday and came upon
Oh, no, that was this morning.
This morning.
I don't have much information on it.
Seth Rogen, who is one of our favorite comedians.
Some don't see
Some
that
don't
way.
see that way. Obviously, he's got the stoner comedy going. This is his movie Pineapple Express. This is the soundtrack. It was a record store day release from 2017. I have one left for $36. In any case,
So yeah, it came up in my Google feed, the Google News kind of thing. I was just kind of flipping through it, and I told Nick about it this morning.
go for it.
Oh, go for it.
He's got his own turntable.
Yeah, kind of.
Seth Rogen sells his own Project It's his own labeled turntable. You can head over to his website and check it out. It's
It's a project.
it's a project. It's a white project turntable with his.
It's a T1 for the model.
Yeah, it's a Model T1 that's been kind of rebranded as his own.
Yeah. So his company name is Houseplant.com.
Which is hilarious. Houseplant.com.
Yeah. There's the house version of it and the plant version that you can go in. You can either go to the plant version, which I'm sure everybody knows what that's all about.
Yeah.
And then the house version is merch that he has. So it's showing like an ashtray and a lighter, everything that you could use with the
And
other
a turntable.
And a turntable. And a set of 3 LPs.
Yeah, so tell them about now the 3LP set was out of stock at the moment. But if hey Seth, if you're watching this, send that one of those our way. We'll do a little review. We're looking for a little sponsorship deal.
I didn't have a lot of time to look at it, but there were 3, and it was sativa,
indica, and then houseplant.
or some. I can't remember what the third one was. They are out of stock, but depending on what strain you're deciding to use at the time, you can put on one of these albums, and it would be
How crazy
what
is
he
that?
thinks would be appropriate music.
I think that's crazy.
So the turntable is actually it's showing
450?
450, and it looks like it's got maybe the symbol of his website on it. It's got like a little house with some characters and then a stripe. So don't know. It looks like maybe some type of label was put on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was direct printed on or
Right.
what, but pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I love, I like goofy things, little news clips like that. I think that's
And you
fun.
can connect your Bluetooth speakers to it as well.
That's awesome.
What else do you need?
I think you should probably plug it in because
yeah.
why all analog signal? Why Bluetooth it in the middle? It's not much to connect a couple cords, but whatever.
So just weird stuff that pops up every once in a while.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, you want to check that out? It's at housepoint.com.
Yeah.
Housepoint.com, and then
if you want to do /collection, and that might be
Yeah.
easier to wait. I had
kind of buried in this page a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
While I was gone, we did get a MoFi in. Nielsen Schmielsen. Now, I'm going to save some of this for the MoFi minute, but there's only 4,000 made. I got a bunch in, but I had a lot of people that were pre-ordered it, so I really don't have many left. Unfortunately, the price on these things is already in the 150 range.
Really?
We have them for 100. I got a couple left. So, if you're into audiophile stuff, maybe pick some of these up if you want one. Son of Schmilchen is coming. But these are limited to 4,000, so they're already out of stock, already out of print. I hate that happens. I'm not a fan of it. But I am really excited with the announcement of the KOB. Because I've been talking about this on my
tell me about that. I didn't hear anything about it.
On my other channel, I've been talking about how the audiophile market is, it's getting crunched right now because they've been saying they're going to make Nielsen Schmilchen, they're going to make 4,000 of them. They've been talking about this for a year. The rights were done to this well over a year ago. Well, now there's such a bigger collector market. People that are looking for audiophile records, people that are collecting records from the pandemic, that 4,000 sells out in a day.
It does, yeah.
So I don't like that. Collectors don't like that. I'm sure viewers don't like that. Like, I want to sell as many as I can. I would rather sell 200 of them than sell the 7 I got. Mm-hmm. So, and I told people it's ending. It's coming to an end. These limited titles, they're going to end. And we got the first glimpse of that yesterday.
Is there, forward from today on, are there going to be any that are
limited?
Issued as a limited release?
The one steps will be.
Okay.
The regular 45s and 33s, I don't believe will be limited. Just like Weezer Blue's not limited. Mm-hmm. Just like the MoFi kind of blue is not limited. So Analog Productions announced, their UHQR series, mm-hmm. which is their version of the one step.
Yeah.
Kind of blue. Miles Davis kind of blue.
Ooh, that's nice.
$100. I think it's a 33. I don't think it's a 45. But it's a one-step process on their high-quality vinyl. It's a see-through vinyl box set. Again, direct competitor, kind of with the one-step, other than being a 45, 33. $100. They're making 25,000 of them.
It should be enough to go around.
25,000.
Well, apparently they understand that there's a market out there for this.
25,000. Those should be in print for I mean, I don't know, a year or more, 2 years. 25,000 is an insane amount. By the way, we have them on the way. We've ordered them for the store. We will have them on the stock. We'll have them in the store. Price will be $100. They won't sell out right away.
Now, are they like the one steps? They're in a box that's about an
Yep.
inch thick.
Yep.
So would this be the same concept, like
Yep.
that, in a
Yep.
nice sturdy box and a nice presentation?
Correct.
Okay.
Limited edition, numbered to 25,000, which is now that's a big number. I mean, the biggest one step number we've ever had is 10,000. I mean, 25,000. I mean, that's like. So I don't know what to think about. It is the best jazz record of all time, best selling jazz record of all time, and it's kind of blue. It's Miles Davis. I mean, everyone needs to own one, and right now there isn't any other audiophile one on the shelf. I mean, you can find out of print MoFis. I mean, they're not out of print; they're out of stock, like everything else they make. So yeah, that was a big announcement that came out.
Now, Robert said AP is releasing a 45 version, so
It is a 45. Let me look it up. I thought it was 33, but let's look it up. I'm gonna go to Analog Productions. I thought it was 33. I could be wrong. I just saw it was UHQR, and it was limited to
Let's see what this says.
yeah. Everyone's
So
saying it's a
hopefully it is,
45.
Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully, we're gonna look that up here on the air. What else we got? What else we got? I'm gonna jump into my May the 4th routine here. May the 4th. So we're back into the Star Wars stuff.
Oh, it is on clear vinyl. Interesting. That's pretty cool. 200 gram.
200 gram. Limited edition. $100 a piece. Does it say?
I'm hoping it. I'm
gonna let her dig while I go over the Star Wars stuff.
Because there might be a 33 also.
So I think this was a first ever LP release of the original soundtrack to Shadows of an Empire. I know this is a limited release. Came out I think last year, 2020, 2019. It says 2020, so it came out early 2020. I have that on vinyl. They also do a lot of the Star Wars soundtracks on vinyl. Let's see what we got. We have, obviously, we're a comic book store. We're a bookstore. I know all of our locals know that, but I know a lot of you haven't been to the store yet. We do have a full line of Star Wars books. This is C-3PO, the Tales of the Golden Droid. This is all the art forms of it. It's got a cool little packaging. Look at the book itself is diagonal cut. I got a lot of photos from the original movies in here. What are you finding? Nothing. See, some people are saying 33, 33, 33. Doing both. 33 first is what everyone's saying.
Oh, okay.
45 will be pressed after the 33.
Gotcha.
I thought it was 33. I was pretty sure.
Why would they do that? Yeah, it is 33 right there for
Nope.
this one.
For this one coming in May.
Yeah.
Which, okay. What are they going to charge for the 45? Do you even dare to ask? They're charging $100 for the 33. What's the 45 going to cost? They're going to have to double the amount of vinyl. So, anyway. We'll see what happens with that. We'll keep you guys in tune with that.
Yeah.
Attack of the Clones, original book, $10. We can't go through Star Wars May the 4th without talking about Star Wars, guys. Look, I got some of the original comic books here in store. Issue number 10, issue number 7, 11. These are pretty cheap, too. $6, $6.
Well, you guys were gone last week. I couldn't believe the comic sales.
$8.
They really went wild.
Comic sales have been wild lately, along with a lot of other collectibles like baseball cards. I talk about that a lot with people here in the store. Collectibles are going crazy, just like, we do a whole show about cryptocurrency, too.
Oh, yeah.
And how that's going crazy, too. I don't know. At least with comic books, I own the comic book. I'm a little, comic book's not going to disappear on me. Tangible.
Instead of fungible.
Yeah.
Something to hold on to there.
Yeah. So, whole stack of originals. Here's a graphic novel. Darth Vader, A Lost Command, hardcover, $25. So, we've got a whole bunch of good goodies there. All right. Getting into the later part of the show.
45 is going to be going for 125.
That's cheap.
So about the same price.
I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. I was afraid. As soon as they said 100 for the 33, I was like, oh boy, here we go.
Right.
$200 for the 45.
Huh.
No, okay. I'm okay with. I'm good with that. So.
So what you got there?
All right. So while I was gone, a bunch of stuff came in. Imagine that. Always does.
Never.
Always does. Just a regular old reissue of Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction. Why not throw this in your bag? You know,
It'd be a
you
good
saw
one to
something
have
on
in
the morning.
bag.
You saw something on the
Yeah.
morning show you want. $20 gets you a 180 gram Appetite for Destruction. My question is, who trades this in?
I don't know.
How-
Because I wouldn't.
It's perfect. It's mint. It looks like it was played once. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it was a guy who needed money for a concert. He was going to a show or something. He needed some cash. But still, who trades Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction in?
This one I would trade in.
You would trade this in? Celine Dion, Courage,
Yeah, not a big fan.
2019. You know, the only thing I have to say about these, I mean, obviously, a majority of our viewers are probably not Celine Dion fans. Anybody who does like female vocalists, and I mean, go try to find mid 2000s female vocal records. This is
CD,
probably
you're not gonna
this is
find
probably
that.
like a one-time pressing. They probably won't ever reissue it. It'll probably go out of print and it'll be like worth $100 in 2 years. So Celine Dion Courage from 2019, $27, 2 LP. It's perfect. You want to do this one?
The Walking Dead original soundtrack volume 2.
Single LP,
Single LP.
$20.
Portugal the Man on here.
Sharon Von Etten.
Nichols. Yep, Sharon Von Etten.
There's only 5
Does
songs.
it have a sticker on it? Yeah, $20. Yeah, there's only 5 songs on here.
You know,
And you know what?
was this a
It's gotta
record
be
store day record?
I don't know, but it's only 7 minutes long on side A and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 11 on side B.
I mean, let me get a look at this
Yeah.
bad boy. It's almost like a single. It's got 5 songs on it. It's a little EP kind of a deal. Ooh, but look at
Ooh, poster? Or just. Oh,
promo sheet with a.
Nice.
It's got the. It's not a lyric sheet, but I think this was. This might have been a record store day record because back in the day, they did do some of this stuff for record store day. I know they did. All right. So there's a lot of discussion and people ask, what happens to all the records that get returned? Right? Like, you know, you get a dinged up record and like you order it from Analog Productions or Acoustic Sounds or Music Direct or various record stores or whatever. What happens to returned records? A lot of times they just get resold. I mean, they don't grind them up and throw them away. They get resold at a discount. So if you return a record to any of the big guys, so like if it's warped, they have a straightener. They straighten it, they throw it in their discount rack. They'll take these records to like audio shows. Here in Chicago, we have Expona coming up. So like Music Direct, all the records that get returned to Music Direct, they were warped. They straighten them. They put them in their booth at Expona for a discounted
is
rate.
that going on this year? Does anybody
It is
know?
going on this year.
Oh, nice.
We'll have to talk about that too. That's what happens to returned records. Now, in the case of my store, if I get something returned, I note it and discount it myself because, I mean, my options are either I send it back and I get I pay for shipping back and I get a replacement and I'm out, $7 or whatever, or I just note the problem with it and discount it and they sell because everyone wants a discounted record. So we got a Pearl Jam 10 Redux LP2 track 4. There's a skip in the guitar solo. That's it. Just a little skip. And I don't know if anybody knows about this record. It's a 2 LP set. It's Pearl Jam 10 twice. So the first LP is the regular master from the very first time. The second LP is the same record with a modern remaster.
Oh,
So,
okay.
it's a really good package. I understand if you want one that doesn't have a skip, but if you don't mind the skip, you save some money. So if you get records that are flawed, we usually mention them. We'll put them in our discount rack. But it's, if you're ever wondering what happens to those dinged corner records or records that have a skip or warp, like they're out there, like they're discounted. Ask people. Go to your local record store. See if they have. Ask, I don't know, ask Analog Productions. What do you do with them all? They'll sell them to you and you'll get a hell of a good price. You'll probably find some shit that's out of print. Like you'll find a Nilsson Schmilson. Someone, the friggin' postman dropped that on the corner and it's probably sitting on their shelf.
Could be.
So, something to think about if you're looking for decent deals. This was traded in. King Gizzard, Polygon One Land, Okay, so they just reissued this, and we got to use one in. So the new reissue has a different cover.
It does.
It's got a big old elephant on it, a big old woolly mammoth on it.
Last week or the week before?
And it's on blue vinyl. This is the standard release, $19. Gatefold. I guess this cover's out of print. I guess. Because the one you can get right now is the anniversary edition with a different cover.
Yeah.
So $19, not bad. Vampire Weekend. I don't know how we still have this. Modern Vampires of the City. $20. Who traded in Adele?
We got a couple of them.
Who would do that?
So we got this one, Adele. Which one do we have on here? 19
And
15
21?
bucks.
25. This is 25.
We had 21.
That's right here.
Well,
it must be sold.
it must have sold.
19 and 25. $15, $18. They're like brand new.
Selena. This one sells quite well.
Yeah, we sell the snot out of that.
Yeah,
record.
double LP. This was traded in because the customer didn't realize it was all done in Spanish.
Well, that's
It's what he said.
the gig.
Yeah.
She was the number.
So that's why this is in the store for what, 35.
That's
So
an expensive record new. I think it's like over $40 new. I think.
So if it was 35, what's the discounted price?
Well, 35 it'd be like $28.
Yeah.
So
that's why he traded it in.
just didn't know what it was.
Yeah. Exactly.
Fair enough. This is a Lil Kim. This is a record store day record.
Yes, it is from last year, I believe. Well, there should be.
I think it was a Black Friday release.
2020, yeah. So we've got, and this actually has a bonus track on it. Spicy featuring
Fabulous. There you have it. How much?
So, let me
sticker on it.
check real quick. It's like $12.
$12.
$12 there.
Cool. Lil Kim. All right, this was traded in by one of our viewers watching the show this morning.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, Mark. he bought it. Sometimes I recommend records to him, and he takes them home, and he's like, it wasn't my thing. So, I took it back in, gave him some store credit. Was played once. 21 Pilots, Blurry Face, I have to say, this is like our best-selling record of 2019 or 2018 when it came out. We sell a lot of these. So if you want to save a few bucks and get a kind of a modern alt-rock classic, check it out.
Rough Riders First Lady.
Eve. So with the passing of DMX and the Rough Rider crew, we did get this Eve record traded in. 2 LP set, $30. I mean, these have to be out of print. You probably can't find those anywhere. So if you're into hip-hop, female, like the Lil Kim.
This was a trade-in as well. Legend, the best of Bob Marley, the Wailers.
Again, who would trade that in?
I don't know.
Why would you trade that in? Unless you already have 2 copies.
About $21 on this one.
It's summertime.
It's ready to get your Marley
It's
on.
ready to go. I mean, whatever. Add that in the cart. You find something on the site, let us know. We'll put it all together for you.
Definitely 1984. Copyright 1984. So there you go on that one.
So you have it.
What else you got for us?
I think that might be it for today. I think I'm knocking the dust off. It's been 2 weeks since we did a video.
Yeah, he's getting back in.
We're getting back in the
swing
groove.
of things. We have anything over here? How about these Panteras that we got in?
We're still waiting on the other. I got 2 of them. The limited edition colored vinyl. We're still waiting on the others.
Here it is.
Yeah, we got Vulgar Display of Power and we got Southern Trendkill.
Yeah.
There's 5 of them.
Oh, there are?
There's 5 in
I
the
didn't realize
series.
that.
Why I only have 2 so far, I don't know. I'm going to talk to my distributor today about it. But these are on limited edition colored vinyl, sandblasted orange marbled, and this is on metal gray marbled, white and true metal gray marbled. So, I mean, these records sell like all the time. So I bought a ton of them because I didn't want to sell out in a week. Because, I don't think
Imports
Pantera
made
records...
in France.
What's that?
Their imports are from France.
These are?
Yeah.
They are. They're made in France. Well, yeah, like I said, Pantera always sells. I don't think anything but Vulgar Display has really been in
Mark
print
wants
for the last
Marley,
handful.
so grab the Marley there.
All right, I'll put the Marley
Okay,
aside.
Mark. Marley's going in your stack.
Mark France, put the Marley in the stack. Sorry. All right. That's what we got for this week. If you need a new turntable, we also stock the whole project line. And behind, you can't see it, and that's in the way. We got Audio Technicas back here, a stack of them that she's been. Oh, you can kind of see it.
I can't scoot over anymore.
They're right there. I got a stack of Audio-Technica LP60s. If you know someone looking to get into to spin records, you need an inexpensive turntable. We sell them for $120, brand new, or $130 with headphones. We have those in stock. We have a huge selection of other vintage equipment in the store. I mean, vintage Pioneers, vintage turntables, Pioneers. I don't think we have any. We have any synths. We have new Marantz. We carry new Marantz. We carry new Yamaha. Mm-hmm. We carry brand new projects. We carry new Sota turntables. Annette has a used Sota Sapphire in here for $1,300.
That's right.
Which is the best deal in the whole store because that turntable is like $4,000.
It was mine.
It's her personal table. So if you're interested in upgrading your table, let us know. I can get you pictures, description, whatever you need on that. We have a box so we can ship it.
Yeah, box is here somewhere.
We just listed a pair of Triton 5 speakers up on our eBay page. So we got some real high-end stuff. Mm-hmm. We have some, nice vintage, silver face stuff. We got new stuff. Whatever you're looking for, we can help you out with that. Looking forward to do the MoFi Minute.
I'm looking forward to this new one that you're going to be doing, this new record.
Again, it's going to be a week, so this, just doing something with like my best friend growing up is going to be so much fun, and the discussion is going to be, it's going to be light, it's going to be fun, we're going to be laughing. I can't wait for it. And if you're into gaming, I know a lot of you, this is a heavily music-related podcast, but if you're into vintage like video games and modern video games, they're not hardcore. This isn't streaming. This is just discussion and laughter about.
Are you gonna do like Tuesday night tequila show or something?
No. I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, we can maybe incorporate that. We don't know. We're still we gotta get it off and running. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna put up their podcast on the description if you want to check that out. They're just getting started, but it is great. If you're into video games, check that out. So.
Always nice to share that information.
Yeah, they're doing a good job over there. I'm cracking up it's an hour-long show, kind of like what we do, but it's the four of them, and they talk about, one of the topics this week were video games that should be movies, and movies that should be video games.
Okay.
And they had some I was laughing my ass off. So, thanks so much for watching. We'll be back next week. We're back in the groove. We're getting ready for Record Store Day. It's coming up.
June 12th.
June 12th. So we got to get ourselves running here. I expect we'll have some more used vinyl coming on our website next week.
Did you just hear what I just heard?
I know someone added us on Instagram or Facebook. If you add us on Instagram and Facebook, we get a live update here in the store, by the way. So Rockford Toad Hall is our Instagram, our Facebook. I'm on TikTok. We are on. Check out our website. We do a newsletter once a month. So thanks so much for watching. Lots of good stuff coming. We got to do a Record Store Day show. We're going to have to do that pretty soon. Yeah. RSD show.
I mean, we can't do much about it because we can't show anything because we're not going to get that until probably 2
last
days
minute,
before the...
always. But we can go through the list. That would be fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks so much for watching.